The importance of raising children and infusing fitra and strengthening their character at the right time. We should at the onset understand the different phases of the development of the child. As stated earlier, the baby in its initial years is very selfish, fully tabia oriented, and it is very important for it to remain so, for the child has to develop physically. Like a foal, it has to be lovingly nurtured so that it turns out to be a prancing yearling and develops into a strong colt or filly according to gender. In the first phase between 3 to 5, depending upon the environment, culture and upbringing, let the children express their tabiha freely. Let them prance around and gallop in gay abandon, for this will instill self-confidence in them. They will turn out to be strong. In the second phase, as he or she grows older, while the child is riding high on tabiha, it is time for you as awakened parents now to start holding the rein, and by becoming the role model, introduce fitra concepts. So this is the methodology. In this second phase, the tabiha is the slate on which the pen of fitra will inscribe and etch permanently universal truths and virtues. Your prince of the first phase now becomes your slave. The reins are in your hand. Just one example. Let them play computer games, but when it is time to study or pray, they should be made to understand the priority. The third phase, around 14 to 21, again depending upon society, culture, upbringing, coinciding with attaining puberty, is the important phase for both parents and the children. During this phase, the fitra-oriented parents can contribute a lot if they are understanding, educated, and most important, patient. Patience is the most important virtue that a parent should have. Your child is like a wazir. Treat him like your companion. Start planting ideas. Do not use force but loving tact and seek his mind and advice. This, in some sense, is the make or break phase. In this crucial phase, tabiha, which was till this period was driven by limited pleasures like love of food, music, outdoors, etc., finds more basic and forceful forces emerge, which are needed for the development of the human potential, at the same time have to be properly reined in for everlasting good in this life and hereafter. The fitra should now be in place. While tabiha will gallop with full speed to fulfill its physical needs and pleasures, fitra at the same time discovers the beauty and purpose of life. If you have a horse which is trained and reined, it will gallop with life, vitality, but at the same time will have a purpose and direction. It will have a purpose and direction. It will be strong in body and mind. Tabiha, while fulfilling its physical needs, marrying, procreating, enjoying the worldly pleasures, family life, etc., 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 what will evolve simultaneously is the fitra, the rider which will experience the true meaning and purpose of life. Fitra seeks lofty concepts and truths, and if tabiya in this stage is properly reined, the wings will take the body with it. If the fitra is asleep, then it will like a rider who wants only what the horse wants. The difference between tabiya and fitra is the seeking. The difference between tabiya and fitra is in the seeking. An example will survive to show the difference. Tabiha desires and plots to become a doctor so that prestige, money, and lifestyle is acquired in greater abundance. However, if one at the same time is fitra oriented, he will acquire all the above to some extent, but his priority will be to serve humanity. As we become older with age and maturity, if we have lived a life of fitra, the old I melts and the new I is born, completely attuned to Allah. At this stage, you live a life of peace, bliss, contentment, devoid of frustration, accepting the easiness of things, taking life in its stride as it unfolds. It is Allah and you. It is Allah and you.